Hi, Paul. Good morning. It's Monday, the 5th of December. Here's the heads up brief for today. But before we start, how was your holidays and travels with your family?
Oh, Uday, thanks for asking. It was sensational. Took my brother's daughter, my niece, up to various historical places. Prachuap Khiri Khan, 1 hour south of Hua Hin, actually a place where the Japanese landed during World War II. Also up to Kanchanaburi and, of course, Hellfire Pass. It's of great historical significance, particularly to Australians, though contrary to popular opinion. Indians, British and Thais lost more people in Hellfire Pass than Australians. It's just, for whatever reason, become very popular as a World War II, probably the most known memorial for Australians. We also took it a massive geographical Erewhon waterfall, which is add to your bucket list one, and the old historic town of Ratchaburi, where there's about 50 floating markets. So it was just a wonderful time, mate. Thanks for asking. Yeah, please go ahead.
That sounds very nice, Paul. Glad you had it. Anyway, in Indonesia today, Paul, labor groups are continuing to hold protests over the minimum wage issue. They'll hold protests until December 7th, and they're planning to organize a nationwide strike also.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
In Indonesia's East Java, Mount Semeru erupted yesterday. Over 2,000 people have been displaced, and authorities are conducting relief operations in the area and telling people to stay away.
It's interesting. The Semeru is one of many eruptions they've had in the last few years. It's very active. Highland Java, obviously, right in the ring of fire. Thank you.
Paul, in Thailand, the main opposition party, which has links to the Shinawatras, has been accused of having connections with the Chinese mafia and receiving donations from them.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if any hard cold facts come out. Go ahead.
Also in Thailand, and we'll discuss this separately, Paul, after this, but in Songkhla on Saturday, a bomb attack on a rail line derailed a freight train traveling from Hat Yai and Padang Besar in Malaysia.
Okay, yep. Look, that's significant. Songkla. Many people mistakenly think it's no longer part of the affected war zone in Thailand. Um, Less frequently, but still very much affected. Yeah, let's do a separate audio on that, in fact. Thank you.
Sure, Paul. In Papua New Guinea, Paul, some businesses in Hela province are demanding that the government declare a state of emergency due to the lawlessness across the province. The managing director of the Hides Gas Development Company has said that the law and order issues are affecting businesses, and people are also demanding a ban on the sale and consumption of alcohol.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm sure our clients will be well aware of this from our updates. Thank you.
Paul, in South Asia, 30 people were injured in a political clash in Dhaka in Bangladesh yesterday. Also in Dhaka, 5 terrorists were arrested in Dhaka and on the outskirts in Narayanganj over the weekend.
Okay, tough.
In Pakistan, 4 suspected terrorists were arrested in Punjab, Paul, over the weekend. And we are today releasing a report on the resurgence of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan in Pakistan.
Thank you.
Lastly, Paul, for the Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions, the group of 7 countries have put a price cap on Russian seaborne oil that will go into effect from today. The price cap will be adopted by the group of 7, the European Union, and Australia. Russian authorities have said that they will not accept the price cap and they will not sell oil under it. And Ukraine's authorities have also stated that Russia is gearing up for a large attack on critical infrastructure.
Yeah, well, look, and we noted that last week. There's a lot more issues. To understand where this is heading, you need to understand the history of how the war started. I won't bang on about that again, but where it's going, I fear, is not where Australia and the West would like. The splitting up of Europe and the gas energy prices are going to become a real issue for the next probably couple of years.
Right, Paul. Thanks. So that's a heads up brief for today. Anything else from you?
No, not at this stage. Let's do a separate audio on that Songkla incident. That's very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, sure, Paul. We'll do. See you.